I'm Tom Schmiedlin from Leechburg, Pennsylvania. I've been in the PBS since the early 1990s. I'm married, no children. I'm married for 37 years now, happily married. Got a great spouse, my wife Robbie, that we have so much in common. She's very supportive. Got to have that. Currently, I drive a school bus. I'm semi-retired. I worked for 30 years at Pittsburgh Brewing Company, and my family was, I was third generation there. I was raised in an outdoor family. I mean, my grandfather, I mean, they were all hunters and fishermen, you know, meat hunters, gun hunters, way back when. They fed themselves through the Depression. You know, that's how they did it. But I had my Uncle John, who was the bow hunter in the family, he was also, he's a world-class taxidermist. He's since passed away. He's in the Pennsylvania Taxidermy Hall of Fame. I always admired him and saw his great mounts on the wall at his taxidermy shop, and just always wanted to do that. And but I never really thought too much at an early age about bow hunting until I was handed a hand-me-down Kodiak Bear Special. And I think fooling around in the neighborhood with some of the kids, the first day was shooting that bow. I shot a running rabbit at 40 yards, and that was it. It was like, I thought I was Fred Bear. I was going to be the next greatest, thing with a throwing arrows. So that kind of stuck with me, and I've been really addicted to bow hunting ever since. Bow hunt because I like the challenge of it. I don't get this the wrong way, but to me, gun hunting is kind of cheating. You got a deer out there at 150 yards or whatever. I don't know. I don't like it. I like that up close and personal experience with the deer in my lap. Even then, it's just things don't always work out. You don't get the shot. And meanwhile, if I would have had a firearm in my hand, it would have been a dead deer. It takes a lot of the challenge out of it to me. I think I do it mostly for the interaction, the fair chase interaction between me and the animal. I guess I would call it static instinctive. I get my arm up. I shoot a vertical bow. I think for hunting out of trees most of the time, you get better clearance from trunk and tree stands and such if you have a vertical bow. If it's canted, there's too much chance. So I shoot a vertical bow. I get it up, pointing down range at my target, and get locked in and draw. And at that point, I have already aimed. It seems like I can't my brain can't process two things at one time. So what I end up doing is concentrating more on my form than where I'm pointing. All that aiming and pointing, that's all done as I'm drawing. But once I get back to my anchor point, it's just worry about not, collapsing, creeping, that kind of thing. Nice. I'm pretty much shooting on game. 19 yards, 20 yards to me is getting out there. I'm a pretty close range shooter. My most memorable hunt, I don't know. Some stories that are too long to tell here to get all the details. I'd say the shortest one is 1984. My first true, for Pennsylvania standards, first true trophy-sized buck. I had not shot anything really that big before then, and I found a spot the year before. I knew it had everything dialed in. I shot a nice 2.5-year-old 6-pointer, like a real nice 6-pointer, and I knew that I couldn't wait to get back there the following year and hunt that spot again. And the following year, the first day that I could get in there and hunt that stand. Like a, upper 130, 140 class 11 pointer came past me, and I made a real nice shot on him, and it was special to me because that was the first year that I was finally starting to think about passing up bucks and not just shooting anything that I could, get a shot at. And my hunting got a little bit more purposeful at that time for what I was trying to accomplish, and I met my goal that year. So yeah, that one was special to me. I started learning about these two guys named Gene and Barry Wenzel, and that's about the time that I was getting serious about trying to shoot nicer, bigger bucks, and I needed to learn. I was okay, just simple shoot any deer kind of thing, but I wanted to up my game, and I started reading more and more from those guys, and I think along that time, through them I learned about the PBS, and I started learning more about the class and quality of people that were members in the organization, and I wanted to be like those guys. I wanted to consider myself one of them. So yeah, I think at that point it was pretty much a no-brainer to join. I'd like to thank the Wenzels for everything they've done for the sport. Those guys mean a lot to me. They've had a tremendous impact on my life. I mean, where I live and what I do, why I bought property and everything. Those guys are at the root of so much of what drives my life now, and me striving to be ethical in not just hunting but other aspects of life. I don't personally know that many other PBS members. I knew Paul Brunner from Screaming Eagle. I have lots of respect for Paul. I need to get out and about more and meet some of you fine people. So I'm Tom Schmiedlin, and I am the PBS.